Welcome inside West High School for a high school rewind game of the week. I am Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us on our matchup, the East Leopards and the Syracuse Titans. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you along with us as we have continued coverage of the Panther Classic here at West High School. Our matchup is a winner's bracket matchup between East and Syracuse. And a chance to see two teams are playing very good basketball. This should be a good one. When we come back on the opening tip-off, you are watching High School Rewind only on Xfinity On Demand. And we are set to get started. East and Syracuse. Syracuse in the road blues trimmed in green, and East in the home whites trimmed in red. Jumping for the Leopards is number 33, Mitch Grant, and jumping for Syracuse, number 44, Calvin Moudreau. And tip is controlled by the Syracuse Titans. Brandon Hall in the front court. Careful, no. Back to Hall. Here's Olsen. Hall, a 5'11 senior. Terminates, hands back to Trevor Olsen. Now Herfel. Thought about three, and there's a foul. Michael Phelps, no, he shuffled his feet. Turnover, and we'll go with the Leopards. Down the floor we come with the East Leopards. Mr. Van Dyke is gone, now playing up on the hill. And chance to these other kids. There's Atkinson. Atkinson's shot no good. Grant with the board, up and good. Two nothing to lead to the Leopards. Here's Hall into the front court. Hall terminates, hands back to Phelps. Phelps down Moudreau. Here's Herfel. Herfel jump it and rattles out. On the run now with the Leopards. Hard to the hole, terminate, float it up and score it. Nice take by Spotted Elk. Dacian and Spotted Elk with the bucket, 4-0 to lead for the Leopards. Here's Phelps off the screen of Moudreau. Phelps thought about three, tried to get inside, poked away, on the run now with the Leopards. Here's Andrew Dale in the corner. Find inside and lay up and in. Timeout taken by Syracuse as Preston Curtis able to put that away. 6:08 remaining in the first. 6-0 to lead for the Leopards. After the timeout, full court pressure coming from the Leopards. Phelps crossed the Hall. Hall back to Phelps, got to get it across and does so. Trying to find the backside to Boudreau, and that pass is picked off on the run now with the Leopards. Nice hustle by Trevin Olsen. Ball back to the Titans. Here's Hall. Get it into Moudreau. Moudreau in the paint, left hand, and good. Moudreau, the first points for the Titans. 6-2 our score, 5.5 remaining in the first quarter. Spotted Elk. That is his last name, not a nickname. There's Andrew Dale. Now Preston Curtis, you know from our football coverage. Outstanding wing. And now a travel on Andrew Dale. We'll go the other way with the Titans. Quickly up the floor, Michael Phelps. Trevor Olsen. Here's Trevor Hall. Now back up to Phelps. He's picked off by Spotted Elk. And then tracked down by Michael Phelps. Trevor Olsen dropping inside Moudreau. Moudreau backing his way down, kicks it out. Three on the way for Hall. Rattles it in. Hall from downtown. 6-5 our score with 4:40 remaining in the first quarter. Back down the floor we go with the East Leopards, pardon me. No hate mail, please. In the corner, Spotted Elk for three, and that's short. Curtis saves it back into Spotted Elk. Kicks it back up top to Dale. Dale will jump it inside the arc. No good, and Moudreau with the board on the run now with Phelps. Helping shot on the way, no. Loose ball is picked up by East. Pushing it back up the floor. Cross court, Preston Curtis lays it up and in. beautiful pass from Andrew Dale and a terrific finish from Preston Curtis. 8-5, the lead for the Leopards. Here's Michael Phelps, and as that one slapped away, and we'll stay here. Phelps to trigger. Gets into Herfel. Now on the angle with Hall. Phelps back to Herfel. Herfel, oh, beautiful ball movement, and gets an easy layup for Josh Tellman. The senior forward able to lay it in. Our score now 8-7. Preston Curtis back now on the baseline with Spotted Elk. Now top to Dale. Dale will hold it out. Preston Curtis. Now Hansen. Curtis crossed to Dale for three. Off the iron. Rebound to Herfel. Herfel on the run. Herfel cross court to Hall. He'll pull for three. And Hall from downtown. Timeout East. 2:53 remaining in the first. 10-8 the lead for the Titans. After the timeout, 10-8 lead for the Titans, their first lead of the ball game. Here's Hansen. Now Curtis. Back to Hansen. Here's Dale. Hansen back to Dale. 2-3 zone from Syracuse. Move the ball side to side. They're keeping it on the perimeter. Here's Curtis in the corner. Three on the way from Grant. Lips out. Rebound to Tellman. Now on the run with Hall. Oh, momentarily, just moments ago hit the three. DeAndre Watson's pass is picked off. Back down the floor we go with Dale and the Leopards. Dale gives up to Grant. Grant picks his way through. Try to get it inside to Elk, and that ball is slapped out of bounds. Curtis to trigger. Gets it into Dale. And they'll set up the offense with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Here's Hansen in the corner. Elk for three. And that's too strong. Rebound taken by Herfel. Back to Herfel for three. And that lips out. Rebound is out of bounds off of Dale. No, they're going to say off of Thelman. And we'll go with East. .135 on a running clock in the first quarter. Hansen has that ball slapped away. Here's Elk. Hansen. Now Dale. Hansen gives it up. Elk, turn away, fall away, jumper goes. Got the shooter's touch. And our score now tied at 10. They're in the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. Hall, Thelman. Holding on the angle is Atkinson. Back to Herfel. Herfel goes inside to Thamel, and the timing there, big foul. And Hansen will get the foul, will be the first of the game. Hansen to trigger. Gets it into Watson. Now Herfel will back it out. 50 seconds remaining in the first. On the angle, Hall. Hall out to Watson. Now Herfel, 40 seconds remaining. Hall for three. And that's short. Rebound taken by Elk. Hands back. Grant for three. And that goes in and out off the rim. Rebound taken by Hall. Quick on the run now, Herfel. Herfel, pull up J. Rattles off. The rebound still loose. And try to save by Atkinson, but we'll go with East. 15 seconds in the first. Dale now to Sutton. Here's Elk. Back to Sutton. Now Dale. Dale cross, you gotta look for that skip pass. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Tried to pass instead of shooting it. And that'll end it for the first. At the end of one, we are tied at 10 between East and Syracuse. Beginning of the second, East will start with the ball. And that pass picked off. Here's Herfel. Herfel to the hole. Herfel adjusts his shot. Can't get it to go. Tipped up. Watson with the board. Watson go back up with it and finish. DeAndre Watson with 2. (12-10) the lead for Syracuse. Spotted Elk, high post. Sutton, Dale in the corner. Grant holds on. Pull for 3 and good. Nick Grant from downtown. 13-12 the lead. Back to East. Here's Hall. Gives up to Herfel. Now Michael Phelps swings it over to Hall. DeAndre Watson kicks it inside and shoveling the feet, changing pivot foot. It's Caden Call, and we'll go the other way. Back down the floor we go with Dale and the Leopards. Here's Sutton. Spotted Elk for 3, and that's just too strong and out of bounds off of East. 13-12 our score. 6:45 on a running clock in the second quarter. Hall now to DeAndre Watson. Phelps hands back to Hall. Phelps. Now that ball slapped away. Did Call on the run now with Grant. Grant tries to split it and gets the contact. Will go to the line to shoot 2. Grant missed the first and rattles home the second. 14-12 the lead for the Leopards. Herfel across the Hall. Back to Herfel. Hall. Now here's Call. Patient offense for Syracuse. Phelps to drive the lane. Phelps to the hole. And it goes. Didn't go easily. Then he gets to the drop. 14 all inside of 6 minutes. On the Curtis. Baseline J. Good from Grant. 16-14. Pressure coming from East. Speed up the game. Calls pass tipped around. Taken by Grant. Grant, oh, nice job by Herfel. Dale saves it in. No, he stepped out of bounds. And we'll go with Syracuse. I don't think so either. Here's Herfel. Moudreau, who has 2 points. Back out to Herfel. Phelps. Phelps again trying to go inside. Kicks back out Hall. Now Herfel. Herfel pulls for 3. And that's off the mark. Rebound. And there's a foul on the floor. That'll go against Hansen. Second foul on Hansen. 2 team fouls on East. Phelps across the Hall. Inside Moudreau. Moudreau backing his way in. Up and under as the ball slapped away. On the run now with the Leopards. Dale looking ahead. A spotted Elk slapped away. On the run with Hall. 3-on-2. Herfel adjusts his shot and can't get it to go. And there's a loose ball foul as Moudreau got the board. No, I believe it'll go against Spotted Elk. No, it'll be against Moudreau. Offensive foul on the Titans. So the foul on Moudreau on the board. Second team foul on Syracuse. Here's Curtis, back to Spotted Elk. He'll pull down the barrel, no. And the rebound out, taken by Hall. Hall on the run. Hall stutters his way past, and we'll have a foul on Dale on the floor. First free throw was good from Hall. And the second one goes in as well. 16 all with 4:15 on the running clock in the second quarter. 3 team fouls for East, 2 team fouls for Syracuse. So we're a long ways away from the bonus. Here's Grant, reverse it and score it. Nice job by Grant. going the baseline, laying it in. This is Watcott. First time we've seen him. Hall cross to Watcott. Hands back to Boudreau. Now Phelps. Phelps hard to the hole, floated up, no. Rebound to Elk on the run. Give it up Preston Curtis. Curtis tried to lead it to Grant. The ball didn't go out of bounds. Grant thought it would. Picked up by Hall and now back down the floor with Olsen and the Titans. Preston Curtis looking for the steal. Hall had that pass go through the hands of Phelps. Turnover, and we'll go back with the Leopards. 3:12 remaining in the half. 18-16 lead for East. Marcin spotted Elk. Work it around. Curtis back to Dale. Here's Elk again. Cross to Curtis. Curtis tried to drop it inside to Carter. Marcy Carter, jump ball, Boudreau with the block, and it'll be possession arrow belonging to the Titans. 2:50 on a rolling clock in the first half. Ball-controlled teams. Here's Watcott. Terminates, hands back to Olsen. Olsen back to Hall. Watcott for three. And that rims out. Rebound taken by Grant. Grant ahead to Spotted Elk. Spotted Elk making his way down the lane. Out to Preston Curtis. Cross court to Dale. Dale will drive the base. Go up to Boudreau. Boudreau made him adjust a shot. Gets the board. Watcott to Olsen. Here's Boudreau. I'm back. Phelps for three. That won't go. Carter with the board. And now a foul on Olsen. It'll be the 13th foul charge to Syracuse. So back down the floor we go with the Leopards. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Curtis. Back to Dale. Now Curtis will jump it and score it. Preston Curtis. Curtis now with 4 points. 20-16 the lead for East. Watcott. Now Phelps. Minute and a half remaining now. Here's Herfel. Herfel steps inside the arc. Can't get it to go. Rebound to East. Now on the run with the Leopards. That was Mark Jackson with the board. Preston Curtis for three. And Curtis from downtown. 7 points for Preston Curtis. His first triple. 23-16 the lead for the Leopards. Here's Watcott. And there's a foul. And that's going against the Syracuse Titans on DeAndre Watson. So after the foul on Watson, that's a 14th foul charge to Syracuse. Here's Spotted Elk. Curtis back to Elk. That pass is picked up by Herfel. Elk strips him in the corner. Curtis for three. His second. Preston Curtis with 8 straight points. 26-16. Watson, now Herfel. Syracuse has got to answer when they have an off-ball foul against Syracuse. That's the 15th foul charged to Syracuse, and now a technical foul charge to the Titans as well. So we had a technical foul on Olsen and the personal foul on Olsen. 16 fouls on Syracuse. 27-16 lead for the Leopards. Curtis across to Dale. Curtis has gotten a rhythm in this ballgame. He's hit 2 consecutive threes. Also had that jumper as well. 13 seconds. Now down to 10. Back to Dale. Dale thought about three. Hangs on. Terminates. Hands back to Curtis for three. And just off the mark. Jackson with the board. Grant puts it up. No. 1 second. And that'll do it for the half. A strong first half for the East Leopards. They go into the locker room with a 27-16 lead over Syracuse. Beginning of the second half, it's an 11-point lead for the Leopards. They finished that second quarter very strong, especially on the hands of Preston Curtis. Grant in the corner, back up top to Dale. Dale inside out to Hanson. Here's Grant. Grant put on the floor and leaves it short. Hanson with the board and a putback. Mike Hanson putting it down the floor. Thalman. Thalman puts it up off the front of the rim. No, Grant with the board. Ahead to Preston Curtis. Curtis wisely holds on, has it back to Dale. Dale in the lane. He's bodied up by Hall. And that'll be the first team foul of the half. Preston Curtis into Grant. Grant will jump it. And it rims off. Rebound to Tallman. And double dribble. Tallman lost the handle. Picked it up and dribbled. And we'll stay here with East. Preston Curtis to trigger the inbound. Gets it into Grant off the window. No. Rebound. Moudreau now on the run with the Titans. Left that shot short by Herfel. And a foul and one. Josh Thalman at the line looking for the three-point play. And gets it. 29-19, the lead for the East Leopards. On the floor we go with Dale and the Leopards. Here's Spotted Elk. Backs it out. Back out to Dale. Grant comes out for the screen. Dale in the corner to Preston Curtis. Back up top to Dale. Here's Hanson. Now Grant on the baseline. Grant will take it base. Has that swatted away. And will stay here with East. Curtis to trigger. In the corner, Hanson. Gets it out to Dale, and the Leopards will set up the offense. Hanson out to Curtis. Curtis drops it into Grant. Out to Hanson. Cross to Dale. Dale will drive, try to leave it for Grant. Swatted away back, or out. Picked up by Hall. Hall, Spotted Elk was there. Got it high off the window. Nice finish by Hall as Spotted Elk came up tall to try to swat that away. Back down the floor. Spotted Elk down the lane. Makes his way past Moudreau and lays it off the window. Beautiful take by Spotted Elk. Herfel hands back to Phelps. Phelps now to Hall. Was over the top. Moudreau, that ball swatted back by Spotted Elk. Herfel inbounds in to Moudreau. Moudreau, hook shot goes. Didn't want to go down. Ball did not want to stay in the cylinder, but it goes. 31-23. 5:35 in the third. As Sutton. Grant jumper on the baseline. Rattles home. Ooh, got the shooter's touch there. 33-23. Nice soft touch from Grant. Into Moudreau. We're going to have Grant with a foul. And that'll be the third team foul on East. Helping to inbound. Tallman in the lane. No. Rebound to Spotted Elk. On the move now with the Leopards. Spotted Elk pirouettes in the lane. Goes up and he's fouled. We'll see who that goes against. It will go against Olsen. There'll be two shots coming for Spotted Elk. Spotted Elk at the line made the first. And misses the second. Rebound to Tallman. Now on back down the floor, we'll go with the Titans trailing by 11. Herfel hands back to Phelps. Tallman, now Olsen. Olsen drops inside Moudreau. Moudreau hooks his way in the lane. Put it up, no. Tallman with the board. Put it back up, no. Swatted back by Sutton. And the rebound collected by the Leopards. On the move, Spotted Elk. Running like a deer down the floor. Grant for three. And Grant misses. Rebound off the hands of Hanson. He kept it in the corner. Up top to Grant. Spotted Elk will pull for three. That rims off, and the rebound to Tallman. Now on the run, 3-on-2. Give it up to Olsen, and Olsen will have the layup. 34-25. Down the floor with the Leopards. Here's Spotted Elk in the corner to Hanson. Now Preston Curtis. Here's Sutton. Curtis back to Sutton for three. That's no good. Rebound. Still loose. Curtis gets the loose ball and lays it in. This job is staying alive there by Preston Curtis. He's got 12 points now. Here's Phelps. Nice job of splitting it. Olsen jumper on the baseline. No. Boudreau with the board and off the window. Big fella. 36-27. 3:35 on a rolling clock. Here's Sutton. Curtis. Get inside to Grant. Grant goes after Boudreau. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Grant missed the first, makes the second. 37-27. Herfel walks it up the floor. Screen from Thalman. Here's Herfel inside Thalman. Swatted away by Sutton. Sutton who got to the floor on the hard screen. He came back at the block, and Phelps fouled as he's going to the hole. We'll see if they give him the shots. Called it on the floor. Gets it into Olsen. Set up with Herfel. Herfel goes over the top. Picked off by Dale. Dale brings it across, hands off to Grant. Grant in the corner is Sutton. Now Dale. Moving around the perimeter are the Leopards. Been patient offensively. Here's Spotted Elk. Pump fake, gets Watson in the air, kicks it out to Dale. Dale in the corner, Sutton for three, and Sutton buries the triple. Grant was calling for it. Dale makes a rise decision, gets to the Sutton, who buries the corner three. 13-point lead now, 40-27. Phelps hands back Tallman, near side to Olsen. And offensive foul will go against Watson. Will go the other way. Full court pressure coming from Syracuse. Spotted Elk hands back to Dale. 14 fouls apiece between the two teams. In the corner, Sutton, who hit the corner three just moments ago. Out to Dale. Here's Grant. Hands back to Dale. 1:50 on a rolling clock. Here's Spotted Elk. Dale now to Sutton. Dale quickly over to Spotted Elk. Moving the ball side to side in the 2-3 zone. Now a minute and a half remaining. Back to Dale in the corner, Grant. Grant will pull for three. Leaves that short. Herfel with the board. Quickly ahead. Olsen swatted away by Dale. Tries to save it. Goes out of bounds. And we'll go with the Titans. Looking down the floor we go with the Titans. Oh, here's Watson. Watson floats it up and in. Watson's second field goal of the game. Here's Spotted Elk up the floor with Grant. Grant picking his way through as the ball stopped away from behind. And back down the floor, go with the Titans, trailing by 11. Phelps finds Watson inside, and Watson lays it up and in. Beautiful find and transition. Timeout, East with 45 seconds remaining in the third. 40-31, Leopards lead. 45 seconds remaining in the third. Pressure being picked up by Syracuse. Grant ahead to Curtis. Curtis loses the handle. Still loose in the lane, and a foul on Preston Curtis. 15 foul on East. Herfel will trigger the inbound, gets into Watson, and Watson can't finish it. Left it just short. 40-31, 25 seconds remaining. Spotted Elk up top. Grant now on the angle with Sutton. Back to Spotted Elk. He'll hold out for the final shot. We're now down to 10 seconds. Elk spins in the lane, offensive foul. The arm went up, got too high, and it'll be the 16th foul on East. Phelps to trigger. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Gotta get it up. The count if it goes. Oh, and rattles out for Hall. And that'll do it for the third. At the end of 3, it's East 40, Syracuse 31. Start of the fourth. Syracuse will start with it. Here's Hall. There's been moments of offense for different people for both teams, but certainly for Syracuse. Hall backs it out. Now, Herfel. And now he had a foul on Thalmel, and that'll be the 15th foul on Syracuse. And that's going to be off of Sutton and will stay here. Hall the trigger. He's into Herfel. Herfel for 3, and that's off the mark. Grant with the board. Grant will push it up the floor. Loses the handle. Loses it again as he got it back, and now he'll pick up the foul. Tom at the line for 1-on-1. There's a 17th foul on East. And misses the first. Rebound to Grant. East will bring it up the floor with 7:20 on a rolling clock in the fourth quarter. About to finish without Dale, and that will foul away from the ball. That'll be on Moudreau. That'll be the 16th foul charge to Syracuse. Double foul, so now 18 fouls, and there's number 9 on Syracuse, or probably 7 on Syracuse. Foul is on Caden Call. Carter made the first, or the front end of 1-on-1. And rattles out in the second. Call with the board, hands off to Herfel. 10-point deficit for Syracuse. And now we're going to call them really tight down the stretch. That foul goes against Sutton. Full court pressure still from Syracuse. Spotted Elk bringing up the floor. We're a minute into the fourth quarter, and another foul. Spotted Elk go to the line now for 1-on-1. Spotted Elk made the front end 1-on-1. And gets the second. 43-33. Hall brings it in the front court, gives it up to Herfel. Here's Thalmel. Near side, Phelps. Phelps drive the lane. Phelps and a block. They'll get Carter with a block. And now we'll send Phelps to the line. Phelps made the first of 2. And gets them both. 43-35. Full court pressure still on. Spotted Elk bring the ball up the floor. Near side to Hansen. Hansen has back Spotted Elk. Screen Carter. Now Sutton. Sutton gives up to Carter, can't handle it. Tipped away, taken by Moudreau, and ahead to Herfel. Herfel splits the defenders, floated up, and good. Nice take by Herfel. Grant will hand it back to Spotted Elk. Full court pressure still on, 6-point ball game. Here's Sutton. There is 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Preston Curtis set to check in for the Leopards. Spotted Elk crossover. Thought about it, hangs on. Here's Grant. Grant will pull for 3, and that's short. Rebound to Herfel. Herfel gets by. It's 2-on-1. Herfel to the hole. Left hand, no. Thalmel with the rebound, and we're going to get Spotted up with a foul. And it'll be Thalmel going to the line. Or Thalman, rather, to the line to shoot 2. Thalman at the line, made the first. And now the second. 43-39. Spotted Elk back to Grant. Full court pressure back on. Grant picking his way through. Gives it up to Curtis. Curtis hands back to Spotted Elk. 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Preston Curtis. Curtis to the hole. Curtis high off the window and good. Nice take by Preston Curtis. Quick back down the floor. Here's Watson. Watson will stop and pop and Drake and make it. DeAndre Watson. Quickly down the floor now. Here's Preston Curtis. Hands back to Elk. Imagine they keep the ball in the hands of Preston Curtis with Dale on the bench. He opened up his head on that dive. 45-41 our score. Elk to the lane. Elk can't finish. Carter's there to clean it up. 47-41. Here's Herfel. Herfel in the lane. Follow away jumper. No, it comes off the rim. Out to Phelps. Back to Herfel. Herfel again will go in. Kick it out to Phelps. And he'll give it to Hall and set up the offense with 4.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Herfel on the angle. Herfel gets Curtis in the air. No contact. Carter with the board. Hands it back to Curtis. Here's Elk in the corner. Grant for three. Herfel with the board on the miss. On the run now with the Titans. Hands back to Hall. Hall gets it inside and was going to Thalman, and they called it off with Thalman as Grant tipped it. 4:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. The big thing will be fouls down the stretch and who's going to make their free throws. As they're calling this game very, very tight. It's gotten more and more physical. Hard to the hole, and Carter lays it up and in. Nice job, Patrice Carter. The ball is picked off, and then it travels. They were fighting over the ball. Nobody had possession, but it'll go to Syracuse. 49-41, 3:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Walcott up top, Watson. Now to Phelps. Phelps to try to split, and now we'll have another foul be charged to Carter, and it'll be double bonus for Syracuse. Phelps missed the first. And gets the second. 49-42, quickly up the floor with Preston Curtis. Widens out, 3.5 remaining. Curtis loses the handle, and it'll go the other way with Syracuse. Syracuse can cut it down to 4 off the three-pointer. Obviously 5 with the field goal. Get it inside to Call, and one! Got Grant in the air and finished it. And Call will go to the line looking for the three-point play. Call completed the three-point play. Herfel comes back in for him. Full court pressure still on from Syracuse, trailing by 4. 3:05 remaining in the fourth. Down the floor with Spotted Elk. In the corner, Curtis. Curtis goes by. Curtis to the hole. Curtis lays it in. 51-45. Herfel. Hands back to Hall. Cross to Phelps. Phelps out to Hall. Now down to 2:45. Herfel. Watson. Now this is Herfel. Try to go inside to Watson. Can't handle it. And Elk picks up the loose ball. And now we'll have the foul on Herfel. Thought we were going to call it on Watson initially. But I'll put Spotted Elk at the line, shooting 1-1. 9th team foul on Syracuse. Next will be the double bonus. Spotted Elk at the line for 1-1. Misses it. Rebound to Watson. Up the floor now with Herfel. On the angle, Hall. Phelps, now Herfel. Angle to Watson inside to Call. Call clears some space, misses the shot. And a loose ball foul on Call. And it'll be 2 free throws coming to Grant. Grant made the front end of 2 shots. And gets the second. 53-45 with 2:14 remaining in the fourth quarter. Syracuse going to have to find some quick offense. Hall terminates, hands off to Call. Call drops inside to Watson as that ball stripped away by Hanson. Up the floor now with Spotted Elk. And it's off to Hanson. Here's Preston Curtis now to Grant. Grant splits the defenders. Off the window, no. Put back up and in by Carter, pardon me. 55-45. Hall for 3, and Hall buries it long range 3, and there's a timeout taken by Syracuse. 55-48 with 1:35 remaining. Grant to trigger the inbound. Gets it into Curtis. He has that Spotted Elk. Cross to Grant, picked off by Hall. Ahead to Phelps. Phelps inside out. Herfel for three, and he got it. Cuts it down to 4 points. 1:15 remaining. Spotted Elk gets ahead to Curtis. Cross to Hanson. We had some stuff come on the floor, so be inbound near side. Hanson to trigger the inbound with 1:10 remaining. Gets it into Grant. Grant terminates, hands back to Hanson. Again, East does not have to shoot here. Has to be fouls from Syracuse. The only way to stop the clock, and only East does never have to put a shot up. Cross to Hanson, in the corner, Grant. Grant gets it out to Hanson. Syracuse has decided when they're going to foul. Spot Elk has that ball slapped away, gets it back, finds Carter. Now Curtis, plug for the shot clock, as we have every game. There's a terrific defense by Syracuse, not helped at all with the current high school format. Hanson missed the first of 2 free throws. We're in the double bonus. And gets the second. 56-51, 40 seconds remaining. Syracuse has got to get up the floor. Here's Phelps. Does not have to shoot, don't have to shoot for threes. Boudreau tracks it down. Boudreau gives it up to Herfel. Herfel just hit the three their last possession. Back to Phelps. 25 seconds. Phelps in the lane. Phelps adjusts his shot and gets it home. Timeout, Syracuse. 21 seconds remaining. 56-53. Leopards lead. East to inbound with 21 seconds left. Get into Hanson. Hanson cross to Grant. Grant terminates. Left it out in the middle of the floor. Carter got it. Curtis still loose. And now Curtis is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Opportunity was there for Syracuse. They could not get to the ball. Curtis made the first. Back rims the second. Rebound is loose, taken by Grant. Falling out of bounds, and gets it to Curtis. And that'll essentially, well, timeout taken by East. Looking to salt this one away, 57-53 with 9 seconds remaining. Curtis to trigger the inbound with 9 seconds remaining. Gets it into Grant. Quick foul. Put Grant at the line with 8 seconds. Grant missed the first. And makes the second. 58-53. With 8 seconds left. And a nice win for East here in the early part of this season. Here's Hall. And that goes begging. And that'll do it. What a fun game we had here. 58-53 the win for East over Syracuse. Stay tuned for our post-game wrap-up. And welcome back. Our final score again is East Leopards 58, the Syracuse Titans 53. And a nice win for East. We wondered what kind of team they'd look like after losing Van Dyke a year from last season's team, who's now at the University of Utah. But a couple of players stepped up and played very, very well. Preston Curtis is going to be our player of the game. Really, the run that he had late in the second quarter kind of helped him out. And then he also came in and solidified the offense when Syracuse was making the run at the very end of the game as well. I thought Grant showed a lot of skill, played very, very well. And Spotted Elk is very good for the East Leopards. This should be very promising in that region. Taking a look at Syracuse, we saw them against West Jordan. This is a very capable team, and a team that will continue to get better. And in Region 1, they'll have an opportunity to push Davis and continue to, or to look for a playoff spot out of that region as well. So expect to see them in the 5A classification move forward. I thought a couple of players played very well. Boudreau, I thought you have a big guy like that plays extremely well down the post. Salmon was very good for the Titans and will continue to get better as the year goes on. It's going to be a matter of finding the outside shot and guard play for the Titans as they move forward in the region play. Well, again, our final score, the East Leopards 58, the Syracuse Titans 53. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching our coverage of the Panther Classic on High School Rewind, only on Xfinity On Demand.